Can you tell which side is which? Hi, today I'm going to be sharing some dupes to some of the OG expensive, mostly expensive makeup products, alternatives, affordable alternatives. That's, I think, like a more better term according to me. You can have a completely different take on it, but according to me, these are very similar. Mostly I've kept it formula wise because see, shade is something that's very personal and you can pick a shade that you like. I have almost like a full face except for the mascara. I actually have two bonus products from some other category, but it's mostly makeup. Now I know there are people who love the originals, who like to stick to the original products, and they perform well for them. Even I love some of the originals. I love, even though I can find dupes. It doesn't mean you have to like use the dupe. This video is mainly especially for those people who do not like to spend a lot of money and actually do not have to spend a lot of money, who are always looking for affordable alternatives which gives them similar effect and similar experience of a product. I also feel like the word dupes has been used left and right randomly, but I'm not gonna do that. That there are some products still I have that I'm not able to dupe. Let's begin with the video. We are starting strong with a very popular dupe, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And we all know this dupe, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. When people use the term dupe in this, they were so right for this particular product because the effect that this has on the skin is so similar. You can't tell which is e.l.f., you can't tell which is CT. CT one, the formula is a little bit thinner, and the e.l.f. one, I find it to be a little bit thicker in consistency. That's the only difference. Also, I feel like the shade from the Charlotte Tilbury, which I have, 4.5 medium, is a better match for my skin than this one. This one is a little bit darker, but it works well for me, so I don't really mind the shade difference. And of course, the wands are different. Like this has a very chotu, like very slim wand, and this one is a big fat doe foot applicator, and you also get a lot of quantity in this. Of course, this is a mini, but talking about the price, if you compare the price also, you get a lot of quantity in this for the same price. These are products that are very versatile. You can use this underneath your makeup, over your makeup, as a highlighter, as a strobe cream. And since the time I found this, reach out to this one more, and I'd like to save this for my travel, because it's very nice, tiny, it just fits. So you can tell from my voice, I'm not doing well. I'm quite sick actually. I'm still recovering, hence the voice. Another dupe which has been around the corner for a while, and I've also actually done a comparison on one of my shots, the Smashbox Halo Glow all-in-one tinted moisturizer SPF 25 and the House of Makeup Face Anything Luminous Skin Tint. Now there might be a lot of skin tints that come close to this, but I think this one is the closest that I could find in terms of the consistency of the product, in terms of how it blends, the blendability and the glow factor. My shade in this is medium, and this is FL10. The shade, this one is perfect for me. This one is a little bit darker for me. Both of these are very lightweight. They feel moisturizing, hydrating on the skin. I can hardly tell which is which except for the shade. If you don't have the budget to get this, it's okay, go for this one. The next dupe I have is a concealer dupe. Now this concealer is not available in India, but it's a very hyped concealer abroad, and I've seen people abroad compare it to the concealer that we have in India. I'm talking about the Kosas Reviver concealer. I'm in the shade 05W, and the dupe that I have for it is the NYX Bear With Me Serum concealer serum. Now this is one of my favorite concealers. I bought this even before I bought this, and then they happen to be dupes. It's not worth the price tag. I feel like the dupe is even more better. Both of these claim to have very hydrating finishes. The next one I feel like is definitely better and even more hydrating, and it has better coverage. This one is like a light, like sheer to light coverage. If you have the perfect skin, then this might work for you. But I also find this to be not so hydrating, not so creamy. Also, the way this sits on my skin after a while is not something that I'm a fan of. But this one is beautiful, and you don't even need one pump of this. Half a pump is enough. Sometimes I use this even all over the face. So pretty on the skin. The coverage is so good on this, but still looks natural. Lip balm comparison, the Laneige Glowy lip balm, I have the Gummy Bear. The variants are completely different, but on the lips doesn't look any different because these are both clear glosses. This one has a slight, like the slightest bit of that purplish tint to it. the Elf Squeeze Me Lip Balm. Now I wouldn't call this dupes, because the price point of these, I think there is like 100 to 100 rupee difference. These are alternatives or like similar products. Also in terms of hydration, these are very hydrating on the lips. I do feel like this one is a little bit more glowy, as the name says. On the lips it's a little bit more shinier. This one is a little bit less shinier, but on the lips it feels the same. When I rubbed my lips together, the feel of the product is same. This one is like my old favorite, the sleeping mask I love. In this scenario, I would still say it's better to get the Laneige Glowy Balm, or if you already have this, stick to this. Considering the price and the quantity, this one is equally good. I'm very excited and happy to share the next dupe. I found a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. That's right, baby. Thinking of this one alone, it's a very good setting spray that works, that is like no budget. For people who are looking for something affordable that performs similar, I tested out the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I got the Chotu version. Two very similar things in this is that the finish. Now today I had a very glowy base because I used the ELF primer, I used a glowy skin tint. These have very natural finishes. None of these are too dewy, too matte. It's right in between. It's gonna set your makeup, but it's not gonna give you that glowy finish. Melt and blend everything together and make it long lasting. Did the hand swatch thing and everything. The scent that this has is so much milder and pleasant. This one has a more stronger scent. The mini costed me around 5 to 600 rupees, which is, I know it's not very affordable, which is why. And this is the Mars Seal the Deal natural finish, long lasting, budge proof. Same claims. Again, this one is not the most dewy setting spray. It's not going to give you that greasy, oily feel, but for the price it does hold your makeup. Maybe not as much as these, but again, like a good one. I'm excited to talk about blushes. The first one, can you guess? Rare Beauty and ELF. The Rare Beauty liquid blush, soft pinch liquid blush in Believe, and this is the shade Suave Mauve. Two other blushes from Rare Beauty, but I feel like shade wise also this was the closest. Both of them are very pigmented, very nice, has the same glowy dewy finish on the skin. I've noticed that the ELF one is even more vibrant in terms of the shade and even more pigmented. Like once I blend these out, I use the same amount of pigment on my cheeks. If you already have the Rare Beauty ones, there is no need for you to get this because these are very similar unless you want like a different shade. I've tested many Rare Beauty blush dupes, but I feel like this one was the closest one, and they did it so right. The dupes are sometimes even better. A stick blush next. The Kiro and Swiss Beauty. Now, the first time I used these in different timelines, but when I used this, it reminded me of something. First of all, the shades of these are very similar. Baby pink. The Kiro one is a little bit of a muted baby pink. This one is a very like on your face pink, but it's very pretty once it blends. The shade that I have in the Kiro one is pink chiffon, and here I have high on pink. These are very creamy blushes. They are pigmented. The finish of these, they have a slight glow. They also feel like almost velvety. Like whenever I try to blend these, when I put it on my cheeks, actually I feel like the Swiss Beauty one is a little bit more pigmented, also because of the shade, but more pigmented. It shows up better. It showed up better on my skin. I think they have finally bought this back in stock. I think I checked the other day and it was there. I know this one is for I think around 800 rupees, 850. This one I think comes around 350 rupees. Again, very similar products. Let's talk some lipstick formulation dupes. I say formulation because none of these shades are actually similar to each other. It's the formulation that I wanted to share. The first one, again, Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil. I have the shade Delight, not Delight. I have the shade Honesty in this, and I actually have two shades of the Romance Juicy Lasting Tint. Now the formula on these is bang on similar. This one is more pinkier, this one is a more nude brown, but both of these have the same effect on the lips. So Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Lip Oil is not like a traditional lip oil. It's very gel like, so I feel like if they named it like a lip tint or something, then it would be more apt. The only difference I can say is that this one has a cooling, aisa thanda like very cooling sensation on the lips. It's not a tingling sensation. The formula is same. If you can pick the shade that you like in these, know that you're using like a Rare Beauty lip oil. This one honestly does not again justify the price tag. So you can totally very happily skip this and just get one of these shades if you're looking for something similar. And both of these, by the way, leave a stain on your lips once you wipe it off or once it wears off. Both of these leave a tint. So last one that I have is again like a bang on formula dupe, the Rare Beauty Lip Soufflé. Quite like this lip product actually. It's a very nice formula and kind of a unique formulation, I would say. I don't see a lot of lipsticks with this formula. This is like a whipped moussey kind of a texture that feels ultra comfortable, velvety, smooth on the lips. This came to me actually very accidentally. The dupe that I have for it is the Earth Rhythms airy very lip mousse. The shades are completely different. This is like a very pale pink nude. This one shade that you can actually wear on its own as pinky browny nude. This kind of formulas are one of the most comfortable lip product formulas that I've ever come across. They feel the same on the lips, very comfortable, velvety, moussey. I'd recommend you try this. I think we found 3 Rare Beauty dupes in today's video. More of the story, you can easily dupe Rare Beauty. Last, I have 2 products that I wanted to talk about. It's actually a body care product. So the Janeiro Bum Bum Cream, I feel like you don't even have to, at this point you don't even have to go and buy this. The Plum Vanilla Caramel Body Lotion, exactly the same product. Even in terms of consistency, both have a very thin consistency. It's not like a thick body cream. It's like both have a body lotiony texture. Even in terms of hydration, I feel like both are like in the middle. When you look at it, obviously this one, the color of this one is a little bit like off-white. This one has a little bit of a yellowish tint to it. That's the only difference. You're wanting to buy this if you want similar scent, and if you're buying like a body lotion for the scent mostly, great dupe. They have done it. And how? While doing this body care segment, I realized I've done like a dupes video long back. Like that is such a must watch. Coming to the last bit of the video, I have like a perfume. Now this is going to be very controversial. Don't come at me, but this is what I feel. I have a Burberry Her decant. Okay, I really am the kind of person who tries decants, like especially of expensive perfumes, before buying, committing to a full bottle, because if you don't like the fragrance, it's a hard pain in the ass to finish it. You either have to give it to somebody. So I buy decants first, and it's a very beautiful scent. It is one of the most scents that is just right up my alley, because it's a fruity scent. It's a very fruity scent. If you don't like fruity scents, you're not gonna like Burberry Her. I have this weird thing about perfumes that when I smell a new perfume, if there is something that I've smelled like that, or I have something like that in my collection, I will go and find it. I knew there was something in my collection that smelled similar to this. And this being a very unique scent, the Plum, everything Plum. Now, I will not say it's dupes. Definitely not. It's like there is some kind of difference. Both have the same DNA, like very fruity, strong. This is actually one of my favorite scents, and actually one of the most complimented scents. It took time for this perfume to grow on me, because it's a very strong fruity scent. If you have this and if you have smelled this, just know that the Burberry Her smells kind of the same, according to me. I'm very cautious with my words, because people get really offended sometimes. Just something that I wanted to share, if that helps. And yeah, that is all the things, dupes, that I wanted to share with you in today's video. Let me know if you want more of these videos. Like, finding dupes is a task, and it does take time. All the product links, if you want to check any of it, will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it so far, don't forget to leave this emoji, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And that's your sign to hydrate.